Alright. That's not what we wanted right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he brushed it off. What's going on here? Thanks for tuning into another video. Today we are doing some motocrossing, and it's a little bit more than just doing some motocrossing. Realistically, I'm releasing 3 tracks on Xbox One, but if you're not on Xbox One, don't leave the video yet, because this is going to be our first encyclopedia of tricks. Now, if you're saying, what? Well, some people don't even think that you can really do anything besides a backflip and a front flip and a 360. And, you know, obviously, things can't just be made off of that. So, first off, we are at the one freestyle motocross track that I'm releasing that has not been featured on the channel yet. We'll try to get a little better look up here. The other 2 have been featured in my previous freestyle motocross video where we actually met up with Chimp and Nuke and got to do some riding. Actually had a lot of fun. So we showed them those courses and they definitely dug it. So basically what we're looking at here is you're coming in from that way, and you got all this course to deal with. It's freestyle, so you do what you do, essentially. So we're just going to start it off. I think I have like 10 to 12 tricks, different tricks that you can do on the bike. Now, 10 to 12 different tricks in a 1-minute run. To get all of those clean is going to be next to impossible, if impossible. And then without repeating yourself and always landing on the landing, there's so much that can go into play when you're really trying to score something like that, yeah, this can be a difficult aspect. So we're just going to start off really easy. A whip is the first thing we'll start with, since there's so many different ways to do a whip. Let's show you different variations in a whip. So you got this whip, which you're going to need more speed for. Oh, we missed our landing. But you get the idea there. I wasn't looking at my landing, so I wanted to get a cool angle. I guess we'll pay attention to our landing from now on, won't we? Anyways, it's just basically no pulling back, no, throwing the nose up or down. It's just straight sideways and soaring across. Holding that sideways. Now, there's this way of doing it too. Throwing it backwards, whipping it around like that. Woof. And that's a little bit prettier, as you've seen, so you'd be getting a little bit more style. Now, I'm not going to go into how to do these tricks. Basically, I will explain a little bit on them, though. You're just pulling back and getting that front end up, and then you're whipping it to the side on that one. So those are 2 ways of doing just the basic whip. Only 1 trick there. It's just more style put on it with 1 way. And I guess there's more appropriate times to use the other as opposed to the others. Mainly with the amount of speed you have and the amount of distance you need to clear. So after you got the whip down, you may want to move into inverted whip. So you may be saying, how the heck do you inverted whip? Let's show you. There we go. So I'm using the more stylish version of the whip, inverting my rear tire straight up in the air. That rear fender points straight up. There we go. You're supposed to do it at your peak, and I didn't really do it at my peak there, that's why. Nice and clean, held it nice, landed nice and straight on the landing. Doesn't matter how good the trick is, in a freestyle competition, if you land flat, you will not be credited for the trick. You need to actually land on a designated landing or an artificial landing. For example, I shouldn't say you need to land on an actual landing. You can land on a downward slope, something like this. Ooh, I landed into that, but that would definitely be counted in a contest if a trick was whipped out and landed like that. That's a good, nice, original transfer right there. All right. Okay, so we got the whip, we got the inverted whip. That's 2 tricks down. I should probably keep score of these. I think you guys all know which one we need to knock off next. Well, we'll knock off 2 of them. We got Wheelie and... wait for it. A nice clean backflip. If you're wondering why I stalled in the end, didn't make it one fluid motion, so I could land on the landing exactly where I wanted. I'm starting to get the bike figured out to where I can tell it to do what I want to do a little bit in the air. So yes, wheelie and backflip, both of them. And let's do this one too. Knock out the old Endo. It's just a style thing when you're trying to move over to other parts of the course. And if you're like, yeah, Endo, that's just a nose wheelie. It's just a term for a nose wheelie. One of those. Like I said, it's not the coolest of tricks, but neither is a wheelie. It's just a way that you can kind of be a little bit more stylish while you're moving inside the side of the course. Now, there's only one trick missing from this lineup that would be basically considered a trick that we would all know of right away. And let's bust that one out quick, see if we can get one here first off. So you got the 360. I guess there is one more too, the front flip. I kind of dug the nose down and I realized that we didn't count the front flip. So you have a 360, and you're going to find that one way you do a 360, it'll kind of throw you a little bit, a foot or so in the air off to that direction if you do it right away. If you do a 360 the opposite way, it'll put you in opposite direction, but it only takes a little bit. So let's get the front flip knocked out here too, see if we can get one of those. So these ones are a little bit tougher. Missing our landing, not good. And that was not good. The front flip will take names. It does not care who you are, where you're trying it. We're gonna get this front flip here. We're only halfway done with the list, believe it or not. There it is. There it is. We landed flat, but I'm taking it. I don't really care. Took me, that was about the 5th or 6th try. So think about it. If you're trying to bust a flawless freestyle run and you want to add the front flip into your run, look at that. Alright, so there is actually a little bit more. So here's the thing, guys, is there's no body varials in the game. There's no like knack-knacks, can-cans, heel clickers, you know, Indian airs, air walks, anything along those lines, Superman seat grabs, anything. We're pretty much ruling out those. So I've kind of come up with a couple little things that you can do with backflip variations. I have also come up with just names for these tricks since I've just pretty much made up the trick. And this is version 1 because there's likely going to be more tricks made up in the future. If you think about real world freestyle, I always have a problem saying real world. Real world freestyle. It progresses over time. You know, it started with just jumping this, and then it went to that, and then the first backflip, and then everybody's backflipping, and then this, and then that, and all these crazy versions. This is just version 1. These are just the first little version of tricks that we can do in this game on the bike that we've figured out. I know there will be at least 1 or 2 more versions on this game of, you know, more tricks to come. So, like I said, just version 1. Let's bust it out. The ninja flip. Let's see if we can get one. There she was, nice and beautiful. The ninja flip. So essentially what you're looking at is a 180 backflip with a 180 retraction out of the same backflip. There it was. I can't believe I landed on the landing for that too. Now I have another one. It's called the sunny side up. Now the sunny side up is a little bit more difficult than it looks. It looks like it's a really easy one, but the problem is you got to make sure you don't send the bike in backflip. You don't want to do the backflip. You want to retract back into the way that you went into the trick. So get the bike upside down. Oh no. That's the other thing, is you really don't need much speed because technically you're in that distance glitch. Oh, see how it threw me into backflip there and I wasn't able to get back? The game has a mind of its own. When it's over about 60% of the rotation that you're doing, and you just let go of the toggle, the game will try to set you back onto your feet. That's how the ninja flip is possible. That's how the front flip is usually possible. Let's get our sunny side up here before we move into the next trick. See, so you guys are probably gathering already that there's a lot more than what you guys thought you could do. Let's soar a nice sunny side up. As I said, you don't have to go very fast because the game just takes over with this trick. Oh, we landed on that back wheel. Wasn't the cleanest of landings, but we got the sunny side up. It was a little sketchy too. We teeter-tottered at the top, but we did land the trick. So sunny side up, get that bike completely upside down, and then instead of, don't do the backflip. That's the big thing. Alright, so here's the next trick, the double backflip. Well, it's possible, but I don't know if it's possible off this ramp. This is another one that takes names. If you land on your head trying to get that second rotation, you're really trying to push that second rotation, it'll kill you. I think we're just going to go for the really big jump here. Because why not? Yeah, there's the double backflip. Even some bike manipulation to make us land a little bit better. To a sunny side up. Oh my goodness. Nope, and I didn't clear it. That ramp is not placed well. Alright, so what are we at here? What are we at? That's 10 tricks already. I feel like I'm still missing something though. Let me check it out. We did the wheelie, we did the whip, we did the 360. Oh, there's one I missed. So he showed you the sunny side up where you're pretty much doing the movement of the backflip but not doing the backflip. Well, there's the look back where you're doing the movement of the 360 but you're not doing the 360. You gotta be pointed completely backwards there though. Like I say, it's a little bit tougher than you would like. Now there is another one called the Sumo Flip, but it is extremely difficult. So it's essentially the ninja flip, but an extra rotation underneath. So let's give it a shot here. This one's not going to be easy at all. Oh man. So it's a going to backflip motion, do the 360 underneath, and then let off and land. So it's another soarer, it's another traveler that you really go a lot quicker, or a lot further in distance than you would expect to go. That's a tough one. It's a really tough one. It's one of the big soars. This one's just a little bit more difficult because you got to be in the air to get that extra turn. As you can see, I think the Sumo Flip may be a real world trick, but again, this is not real world, you know, this isn't real world stuff here, so. Some of it is, like the backflip, double backflip, all that good stuff. But realistically, there's no body variations. We can't do anything that we could really do in real world. Alright. That's not what we wanted right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he brushed it off. I know you've seen that before I moved him. He brushed his shoulder off right there, ladies and gents, homies and homettes. Oh, that was a 720 if I've ever seen it. I've never landed the 720. I was just kind of seeing if it was possible. So it's definitely possible to do up to a 720 in rotation on a normal course like this, which is pretty nuts. You got to throw it, you know, oh, that's another trick I didn't throw in. So you have a 360, which is, the 360 is like this, obviously. You're going to go one way or another. Oof, we missed our landing, but you guys get it. Now the backflip is, you guys know what a backflip is. I don't have to show you that for example. Now you have a cambered 360 or a cambered backflip, same thing, whatever you want to call it. But basically it's just it's the mix of the two. If the two mated and had a little one, that's what you're dealing with. And you see me do a lot of those because that's what, as you've seen, I went straight off the ramp, but I landed way over to the left. That's because I cambered it to the left. And if you camber it to the right, you'll go off to the right, even though you went straight off the ramp. So it'll help you move in different directions, and it's pretty much a backflip. So, yeah, helps you travel a little bit more distance. But as I said, there's going to be a bunch more tricks as we move into the future. If you come into a new trick that's actually legit, that you can hit, you know, once every couple times, and you have it down, and make a little snippet. Link us on Instagram, link us on Twitter, link us on YouTube, whatever. And we'll check it out, and maybe you will find your trick in version 2 of the Freestyle Motocross Encyclopedia. If you're still watching, I appreciate all of you guys greatly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just another video to come in the motocross series that we have on this channel. So if you do enjoy it, make sure you're subscribed up and you have that notification bell hit. Ooh, a wall ride. Let's add that one into the list too there, guys. You can wall ride. I forget. So as always, guys, I hope you stay happy. I hope you all stay positive. Share this video with a friend. Make sure they get it so they can also join us with this motocross fun. Because why would you want to leave your friends out? Come on now. And once you share it to them, we will definitely speak to you next time.